In my family, we were talking before we were born. I'm a true Gaudry clan. I am Louise Marie Saloff. My clan is the Gaudry clan. That's the clan that I'm going to speak of today. And my father's name is Howell, so I'm Louise Marie Gaudry Howell Saloff. And I was born in Saskatchewan. My great-grandfather, Andre Gaudry, came from the Red River settlement in Manitoba. There was a big fire around Wood Mountain in southern Saskatchewan, and as a result of that, the buffalo were scarce. Our people were starving. So my great-great-grandfather, Andre Gaudry, was scouting out some places which would be good for the Gaudry clan. So when he found Willow Bunch, it was because there was just an abundance of willows, and you know willow is very sacred. Because it was so abundant and it was a valley and it had a lot of the different herbs and sage and the willow and animals and then you had your water and you had fish. And so he asked his good friend Jean-Louis Laguerre to help bring his clan out to Willow Bunch. And there was about 6 of them that were the founding fathers of Willow Bunch. And my great-great-grandfather was one of them. So then from my great-great-grandfather Andre down the line, I have Cree, Crow, and Sioux. And when my mom and my aunties and my grandmother and whatever would get together, they would be speaking a combination of French and Michif. So we knew that, you know, we had something else in us, but nobody really ever talked about it. My grandma, when she was in residential school, she lost her whole family. It was gone. When she got out of residential school, she never saw her family again. Can you imagine being put in residential school when you're just a little girl and you come out when you're 14 or 15 or whatever, and you get married and you've lost your family, never to be seen again. My dad and my mom, they both died when I was fairly young. So then I didn't know who I was because it was kept hidden, because there was so much shame, there was so much racism, there was so much discrimination. So it was really tough for people. So it was easier to kind of hide who you were and assimilate wherever you could, the best that you could. It wasn't until about 10 years ago that my brothers and I thought, hey, why don't we find out who we are? When I got to Willow Bunch, I found out I was related to half the town. You know, when you come in and you're gassing up and they ask you where you are and who you're from. And 2 hours later, when we got to the coffee shop, I had 2 cousins sitting there waiting for us. They came over and introduced themselves to us, and the rest is history. I think when I found out that I was Métis, it finally gave me that sense of belonging, that sense of identity that every child needs. It's been a real healing journey for me to finally know who I am. My big wish, sharing my story, is that I'm giving back to my ancestors. I'm giving back to my grandmother. I'm giving back to what was lost so that our story can be shared and told, so that my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and on will know our story. One time I read a story about Mother Earth. The reason that women wore dresses was that so that when you walked on the ground, Mother Earth knew that you were female, because women give birth. And so Mother Earth could bless you and just help you to find some inner peace and guidance. I've never forgotten that. To be out there with Mother Earth and the Creator, it calms. I will read you just the first verse of the Métis anthem that has come out. In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the Indian, a new race was created, a new nation rose up strong, hardship as its destiny and its curse to not belong. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build,
They found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant effort to defend what they believe, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian.